Are you new to TCG Pocket? Well, good news for you. I built 3 decks off of just one pack being the newest one, Triumphant Light. We're still pretty early to this game, so we don't know if there's going to be things like rotation and stuff, so it's just safest to start with the newest and then kind of work your way backwards to kind of get the most mileage out of what it is that you're opening. Small disclaimer though, I did have to break the rules a little bit and go to the shop, exchange some tickets for Professor's Research, Pokeball, X-Speed, Potion, that kind of stuff, because you're going to want to do that if you're brand new. Those cards pretty much go in almost every single deck, so get that taken care of first, then these cards are only Triumphant Light. And yes, you did hear that correct in the beginning of the video. I have 3 decks built off of one pack, and stay tuned until the end because I saved my favorite for last. So let's get into it. First up, we got the Berry deck because, I mean, it's so good, it's so fast, it's so aggressive. Berry gives 2 free energy to either Staraptor, Snorlax, or Heracross, not Starly or Staravia, so keep that in mind, but they only require 1 energy anyways. You can only have 1 energy on Staraptor and swing for 130, which is crazy, or Snorlax right away, you know, turn 2, turn 3, swinging for 100, and if you go to later packs, you can, you know, equip like Lumberry so you don't have to worry about the sleep later, but you get 2 coin flips before the next turn, so should be like a 50-50 or like 100% shot. I don't know if you're good with coin flips. I'm not, but we're only using these cards in this pack. So I think the alternative, because Heracross isn't the greatest, I think what I would do instead is maybe, you know, take Heracross out and put into Iridas and just run water energy, so that way you can recover a lot more, and you're a little bit more consistent with what it is that you're drawing from Pokeball and things, because there's not as many basics in the deck, but we're just, you know, for the beginner, we're going Heracross, Snorlax, and Staraptor. I think this is a great deck, and it's really fun. I think the best case scenario for this deck is to have Snorlax out first and be able to use both berries on him to apply just a lot of early game pressure while you're building up Staraptor in the back, because Snorlax has so much HP. So without further ado, let's get into the second one. So the second deck here is kind of more for fun. It's not as competitive, but you can definitely still get some wins with it. I just had to put something together around Houndoom because, man, look at him. So with Houndoom's attack corner, the Pokemon cannot retreat, and this can be really, really nasty if you can apply a status to them beforehand. And Toxicroak here, while seeming kind of not so great, deals extra damage with his Toxic. It does 20 damage at the end of your turn and their turn, so that's 40 damage there, and if you're hitting with Houndoom, that's 100 damage per turn, essentially. The worst part about this deck is the fact that it's dual energy, so it is a little tricky. It's going to kind of mess you up like it did for me. I would have had the win here, but just couldn't get the energy right, man. So that'll happen. Hopefully we get some future updates to help with dual energy decks, but I would have won this match had it not been. I would have beat Celebi, which is like the meta right now, if it wasn't for getting screwed over from the dual energy. Toxicroak is great because he only has 1 retreat cost, so I just think he's a little bit easier to pair with because everything's so cheap. 1 energy, 1 energy, 1 energy, 2 energy, you know? You just gotta make sure that you get them, you know, the right energy on the right mon, really. That's all it is. So let's jump into the next deck. Last but not least, of course, we have to do an Arceus EX deck because it feels like the whole set is based around him. And there's gonna be a lot of different versions of this, but I think this one's the best for beginner players because it's all basic Pokemon. You don't have to worry about trying to find the stage 1 or stage 2 or anything like that. So Arceus EX, you're gonna want your entire bench filled up because then you'll be able to swing for 130, which is really good for just a basic Pokemon. Again, so, but before that, because you do have to get those 3 energy on him, look at the energy cost for these guys. 1 green, 1 colorless. So again, green, colorless, colorless. So we're gonna run green energy, and you know, if you know Carnivine lead with him, apply some pressure while you're, you know, attaching energy to Arceus. This could be really, really good because he's swinging for 50 off of just 1 energy. And then Rotom, you're gonna see the win here. Rotom is actually really, really good. So fast, so clutch, and Shaymin, of course, kind of pulls just everything together because, you know, it just sky support. Everything costs 1 less to retreat. So if you got these 3 guys out, I mean, you're literally, I mean, you don't even need Arceus out for Rotom to retreat for free. It's just, it's so fun to not have to worry about retreat costs. It's so nice. So, and like I said, we're only dealing with cards from this set and the promo cards that you can exchange your tickets for in the first page of the shop. So I put in Pokedex here just because, you know, sometimes it kind of, as a new player too, you know, you can kind of get a sense of like what's to come and how you can play off of like what's left in your deck, and then you'll get a better idea of, you know, just not needing Pokedex and just kind of knowing what's left in your deck, especially after you played a couple times. So this deck was super fun. I had the most fun at this one. I'm stoked to try other versions of Arceus EX, but that's it for this video. Hey, thank you so much for staying all the way through. We're, if you couldn't tell, a brand new channel. So if you liked the video, go ahead and like it, comment what your favorite deck was, and subscribe so you don't miss more content like this. And hopefully I'll catch you in the next one.